What's going on, everyone? So today I want to talk about Manny U because the Manny U community has shocked me. It's been crazy, but Manny U has just been completely, destroying all doubts, literally just running at every single given point. And right now it's kind of, at a little bit of a standstill, but it's still doing fantastic. We're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, but let's talk about Manny U because as you can see here, Manny U is up 21.5% in the last 24 hours. In the last 7 days, 74%. In the last 14 days, 192%. And 226 days in the last 226% in the last 30 days. So that is absolutely crazy. Manny U has been doing good numbers. The volume is at 5.3 million. So the volume could definitely increase some more. But for the market cap that it's at right now and how it's been moving, that's pretty impressive still. 51 million inside of market cap. So it does seem like this project has some potential, especially because of the community. So like I said, the community here has shocked me. Like literally, there's people are so super bullish with Manny U, but they just stay hounding on it. And not only that, like the community has their own Twitter. So when you come over here and click their Twitter, it brings you to the community Twitter. I think this is like a community takeover project. But yeah, this is definitely seeming pretty big. The followers on Instagram, they have it here at 3.1 million. The TikTok followers, 7 million. YouTube, I don't know how that's possible, but 11.9 million subscribers. But yeah, this is definitely becoming like one of the top memes right now. And Ethereum, not a lot of projects are popping off on Ethereum when it comes to meme coins. So Manny U is kind of like one of a kind right now because Ethereum is kind of, looking obsolete when it comes to meme coin communities. But yeah, they have their own community here on Twitter, and there's just a lot of them. And as you can see here, we also have people calling, making calls saying, hey, buy. Look, always make your own decisions, do your own research. If someone's trying to tell you to buy something, you probably shouldn't buy it. But anyways, let's read what they're saying. Head over to CoinGecko and click the search for coins. Click on Manny U and trending. Add it to your portfolio if you haven't. If you've done already, please click on Manny U trending. Yeah, Manny U is trending right now. But yeah, this is part of the reason. Like everybody's searching Manny U. Like this is what the community does. Like they literally come around, and then they all they say, "Hey, everybody, do this," and then they literally go raid the post. And now they're raiding Manny U on Twitter, on CoinGecko, which is making them like artificially trending, which is actually pretty smart. So whenever you come over here to CoinGecko, this is very important. The trending and the top gainers are important. For one, Manny U is up right now, so it's automatically inside of the top gainers for crypto. It's the number 3 for gainers inside of crypto, the top number 3. So that's pretty good. And then, no, this is for trending coins. The top trending coins is number 3 for top trending. And then when it comes for top gainers, Manny U is right here. So it's still doing pretty good on there too. So it's being promoted technically for free. So when they do this, like this is what the community does. They all come around and they do that for free promo. So it's free promo for Manny U. So yeah, I think Manny U might have some big potential, especially if it can get listed onto something like Binance or possibly to something like Coinbase. Like if it can get these big listings like Mexi, it's already on Mexi, but like Crypto.com, Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, like then that would be extremely bullish for Manny U and definitely Robinhood. So if that happens, I can definitely see this thing running even further. So that's a pretty good thing for Manny U if they can end up, getting that done. But yeah, now it has 32,420 holders. So 32.4K. 2 weeks ago, they had 29,107 holders. Wow. So yeah, over 3,000 holders inside of 2 weeks for Manny U. So that's pretty big. And yeah, they're always updating their community. The community is always engaging as well as a very engaging community. They're trying to actively get listed to multiple exchanges. You can see here they're replying to something from crypto.com. So uh, they're replying to something from crypto.com. So they're probably trying to, do some listings here and there too. So yeah, this is a pretty good community I'm seeing. This is the developer over here, and you can see the developer just started posting stuff here starting October 1st. But the developer says, as head of tech and utility at Real MANY U, I can tell you this. We're just getting started. The infrastructure is scaling, utilities are expanding, and the MANY U ecosystem is built for massive adoption. So they're trying to build a whole ecosystem here. So this is pretty big. This is pretty big. And this is kind of them making a statement talking about base chain too. So they're expanding their chains. So it says we've already created a wormhole between Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. And now MANY U has expanded further to base chain. So they're on ETH, as you can see here, to Binance Smart Chain, and then ETH to base, and then Binance Smart Chain to base. So yeah, they're really actually developing here. So yeah, and then the dev says sleepless nights, good night everyone. So yeah, the dev is up all night developing, and that's pretty much what helps push these projects. So anyways, I think this project could have some good potential in the future here. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out for this. And again, I told everyone on September 19th that this thing was about to take off. No, I don't think it was September 19th. No, that was actually for a different coin. But no, I told everyone MANY U was about to take off though on one of these days back here. I can't remember when, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to throw out a random number. And they're like, no, you didn't actually make a video on the 19th. It might have been on the 8th, might have been on the 19th, somewhere back here, all the way down here in this area. I made the call for MANY U, and so far has been good. So I think MANY U is going to continue to do well as well. But anyways, this is the 4-hour chart right here on MANY U. And we can see here the MACD is showing a good amount of buying pressure. So that's always good to see. Always good to see that buying pressure. The percent or trend exhaustion kind of curving downwards a little bit on the long-term trend. Short-term trend actively moving up. So it is a bit of a confusing thing right there. And then we also have some selling going on here, but we still have a good amount of buying pressure, but a lot of selling coming in between there. That's the 2 hour. Let's go to the 1. Okay. The 1 hour showing some selling pressure. So yeah, I guess right now MANY U is at this weird point where it's like it could take off right now, or it could be creating the new downtrend. And I kind of want to show you guys what I mean by that. So what I mean by it could be creating the new downtrend is this. Imagine if this was how the downtrend starts, right? And things like this happen all the time. They happen all the time. And then you realize it at the end of the trend, right? A lot of times things happen like this. And then by the end of the trend, you finally realize, oh, wow, this was just a pattern, that you could have noticed. So this is kind of looking like a pattern. So what I would be watching out for MANY U is this. If MANY U does not break out of this wedge pattern, and it's not a confirmed wedge pattern, by the way, but maybe it is confirmed, and I'm just kind of like still a little off the fences about it. But look, if MANY U doesn't break past this top area of the wedge pattern and doesn't break past this little resistance up here at the 5-6 level, the 7Z56, if it doesn't break past this level right up here, then we're looking to come all the way down here to this Fibonacci at 0.42. 7Z42, I'm not even going to say 7 zeros after the decimal place. It's pointless. 42, we're going down to that 42 level, right? So we're coming down here to this 42 level at that Fibonacci support, also at the bottom of this wedge pattern. And if we break the wedge pattern, then the next area for us to watch out for on MANY U, if we break this wedge pattern on the downside, is all the way down to right here, because that's the bottom of the start of the wedge pattern. So it would be not inside of our best interest to not be able to break this wedge pattern. But if we cannot break this wedge pattern, hypothetically speaking, what would your losses look like if you sold at the bottom? Because, you should never sell at the bottom. But hypothetically speaking, your losses would look similar to this. If we went all the way down to this area, I think I got to pay for trading view. But yeah, all the way down here to this area, that's a 45% drop. Mind you, MANYU is up 21% in the last 24 hours, 74 in the last 7 days, 192 in the last 14 days, 226 in the last 30 days. So MANYU pulling back 45% is nothing. So if we do break down out of this wedge pattern to the downside and end up coming down here, then that would be a good buying opportunity for people. So just mark this level down here, the 2-7 level down there, 7 zeros after the decimal place, 2-7. So you could do that, or it might not even break out of the wedge, and it might break out to the upside. So either way, one of these can happen, right? One of these can easily happen. But I've seen stuff like this before, and more times than not, it breaks down on the downside. More times than not, that's what it does. It breaks down to the downside. But you can definitely do your own research, your own due diligence. Just notice low high here, lower high here. And then if this confirms and it goes down and gets rejected, that's another lower high. Actively getting higher lows. Is definitely looking like it wants to push us down a little bit. So guys, be careful here. Be careful here. It's kind of looking a little iffy over here, right? But anyways, 45% downwards. That would be a good discount if it goes down, guys. So just remember that. Take it as a discount. Don't look at it as, oh, it just crashed. Nope. Just look at it as a discount if you really believe in the project, right? If you don't, there's a lot of other gems out there. You don't gotta get in on this one. You don't got to get in on every gem. But yeah, this could be breaking down a little bit lower. And especially when you look at the 4-hour chart and the percent R trend exhaustion, I knew it looked weird. Why is the long-term trend now going below the short-term trend? Usually when this happens, the short-term trend is about to curve downwards too, and then they're both about to actively go down. And then the pullback is going to happen. And that kind of was weird when I looked at it. But the buying pressure, looked solid, right? It looks a little bit solid. Maybe not, because it's just a little bit of buying pressure immediately met by selling. Same with this, but it's a lot of selling pressure. So yeah, we'll have to see. I do think it's gonna pull back some more though. So prepare for that pullback, guys. And for the people that made it all the way to the end of this video, we're going all the way down here to 2-7. 7 zeros after the decimal place, 2-7, 7Z27. That's what we're looking at. So, or 2-8 or 3-0, right? Is all around the same area. So anyways, 2-7. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this. And let me know if you got in Manny U when I made the call all the way back here. Anyways, as always, I'll be back with another video.